What's going on? It's Kato with the Wrestling Replay. I just want to take a quick pause out my day and holler at you all for a second really quick. Now, by now, I'm sure everyone has seen AEW's Dynamite When It Is Coming show. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into this possible partnership with Impact Wrestling and AEW. Now, what does that mean for the company? What does that mean for the promotions? Now, for Impact, let's start off with Impact, right? Impact right now is on Access TV. For the longest time, I had an issue with watching Impact because I was trying to find a way to watch Access TV. That's not a normal channel. Everyone doesn't have Access TV. All right, that's number one. So if you're able to get your Impact wrestlers seen on a bigger market such as TNT, on the AEW Dynamite shows, possibly the AEW pay-per-views, then guess what? That's a win for your promotion. All right? Now, what else does this do for the Impact wrestlers? For the Impact roster alone, I think now it makes it more attractive to bring in some of these free agents. Like, look, I'm on Impact, but we're also partnered with AEW, so you could possibly be put on TNT. You could possibly get signed by AEW. Meet and wrestle some of the veterans that they have over there. You're not just pretty much stuck between Impact Wrestling and this is who we're gonna see you wrestle against when it comes to TV. All right. What does this do for AEW? I think this is an immediate boost for the AEW roster all around. All right, let's talk about the tag team division. I think AEW has one of the best tag team divisions going right now. But the addition of Impact's tag teams, come on, man. It gives you the big guys that you need. It gives you guys like the Good Brothers. You get the Good Brothers now. I heard a rumor about why they aren't with AEW, but I hope that's not true, and I hope, and if it is true, that has all patched up and it's all well. It's okay now. But you'll get a tag team of that caliber. That's a veteran tag team. You get a tag team like XXXL. Now, how will these young flying guys mix up with powerhouse tag teams as such? You get Rich Swann and Willie Mack. So I think it'll be a great addition to that tag team roster. Also, the women division get a huge boost, probably the biggest boost, period, because the women over there, if you're watching Impact right now, they have their women tag team tournament going on. Now, in that tournament, imagine taking some of those women and mixing them in with what you got now in AEW. Are you trying to tell me that AEW women's tag team division wouldn't be complete if you bring over those women? We've seen what you guys was able to do on your own with your tag team tournament. We see the talent that you have on AEW Dark in the women's division. Now, if you bring over what you have from Impact to mix with AEW's women division, your women division gets a huge boost. I mean, a huge boost. Now, let's talk about what we got from the men's side of things. I think that we have legit contenders coming in for these championships. Also, I want to know, will the Impact Championships be defended on AEW? Because it looks like Kenny Omega is going to bring his title to Impact. If he brings his title to Impact and defend it on Impact, you have to think that, hey, Impact champions will also defend their titles against AEW wrestlers. Kind of like they're doing with NWA and that women's championship. So that's another boost because it also brings more championships, which would help when you have a much bigger roster because it's more belts to go around. I don't know how to do the tag team division, seeing as though we are two different companies, but if we're gonna merge, it's not a merger, it's a partnership. So I don't think they want to eliminate their tag team championships. You know what I'm saying? So I think this would be a really good partnership. Now, what I'm also thinking is somebody like Moose. Somebody like Moose coming in is really big because I think he will be the best big man that can come into that company right now. Yeah, I know. Lance Archer is here. I know. You got Brody Lee. Yeah, so what? Moose will be the best big man that will come through AEW. If you watch Moose from the beginning of his Impact phases to now, he's way more polished than he was. He's a much better athlete than he was, and he was already a crazy athlete coming in. He's a 10 times better wrestler than what he was then. Moose is comfortable promotion-wise. He's comfortable in the ring. He's comfortable all around doing all the little things you want to see in a champion. I bring up Moose because if you remember when Jade and Cody was having their little issues and she said she's bringing in Shaq. That's her giant. I'm hoping that Shaq does not want to get into the wrestling ring. I hope he's not wrestling. I'm hoping that Shaq is actually going to bring out somebody else to wrestle for him. Maybe Shaq is going to have a faction of his own and he say, hey, Moose is the guy that's going to represent my faction. I hope that's the case. I would love to see Cody Rhodes and Moose get it on. That would make the most sense, and that would be a really good match between the two of those guys. Now, what else does it mean for AEW? For AEW, you now have extra veterans that you didn't get before, if you know what I'm saying. There was some guys that was cut from WWE during the whole COVID situation. Some with the Impact, some made their way to AEW. You now have access to those veterans. Those veterans to help bring along your younger guys. Those veterans you could pair up in the match, and they're going to make the match with that younger guy who's maybe a little bit more green that much better, because he's able to lead him and help guide him during the match to say, no, do this spot here, do this spot now. And it would actually make sense. That's what you get from these veteran wrestlers. You have a lot of veterans coming over from Impact Wrestling. Are we going to see like it was with NWO and WCW? Are we going to see like Impact trying to come take over AEW? You know, who knows? Like, you can have a lot of fun with this situation right now. And what that also does is for all these big factions you got in the Inner Circle and in the Dark Order, now you have a set of at least 20 extra guys coming in, so it makes your roster that much bigger. So now these big factions doesn't hurt as much because it's not taking up a third of your roster like they would have been before. What that also means is that if you're bringing in more guys, what you can also do is now have that Inner Circle match where they're going to try to decide, hey, if we should stick together or just call it quits. You can bring in 7 Impact guys, or if they want to do a 5-on-5, I'm not sure the style match they want to do, but you can bring in some Impact guys to match up against the Inner Circle, and that could be a true test because for them, it's guys they never seen before and never wrestled before. So that would be an awesome test if Chris Jericho and AEW pulled that off. I think that would be pretty cool. But to me, I like the Impact merger, and honestly, I wish they merged with more people. I wish they merged with more promotions. I think RH will be a really good promotion to merge with for the fact that, hey, a lot of these Impact guys, went through there at one point in time. As well as Impact. Some of these AEW guys been through Impact at one point of a time. So there's definitely a relationship with both companies. So I think that could be another great promotion to team up with. I'm not sure if the New Japan promotion fell through. I knew they were supposed to have a partnership deal with them, but if that fell through, so be it. I think Impact is a really great start, and I really hope that RH is next to follow. And these guys can really put together some great matches, and I think this is a smart move from AEW on their management side, and I think it's a smart move on Impact from their management side. All right, that's all I really wanted to holler at you all about today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. Do you think it's a good move if they partnered up with Impact? What do you think if they partner up with RH as well? Do you think that would be a good move as well? Remember, Impact also has about 5 or 6 people coming up on contracts that should be expiring soon. With this partnership, help keep those people on Impact, or if those people sign with AEW, is it not really a loss with Impact because now I can still use that talent on my show as well? I don't know, man. That's just some things to think about. But I think AEW is definitely making a great move here, and I can't wait to see what they do in 2021 because that's going to be the real test. A full year of a partnership with a different promotion. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm Kato. Peace.